I see things around me, I digest it, and I defecate. That's how I make music. That's how all music is made. That's how all art is made. All art is just conceptual shit. Based on all of the things we've consumed and digested. All you have to do is plop a big, fat dick or some big tits, and there you go. You're set. I guess I just gotta start doing that and I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Why do you think anyone makes art, not just...
That's a fucking huge question, right? Why do we make art? Is it a choice or is it a divine punishment? Like, have I been put on this earth to do this? Is this my purpose? Because sometimes I feel like I have no other choice. But I can't quit it. I've tried. It just keeps coming back. Why as artists do we constantly just punishing ourselves? It's kind of amazing. The grand masochism. Because it's not valued, well, at least not in America. There are parts of the world where art is valued, but it's not valued here. It's commodified. It's just like every other thing. It's like a bag of Doritos. So why do we keep doing it? Because we're not all, you know, Doritos, you know. We're actually a lot more tasty and real than Doritos, but because we don't have a big, you know, label slapped on us, you know, people aren't buying our shit. You know? I don't have any fucking MSG. I don't leave a bad taste in your mouth that you have to wash down with Mountain Dew. So why? Why am I on the back of the shelf? I'm not even on the shelf. I'm not even on the fucking shelf. I'm not even an option. But I kind of like that. The forbidden fruit that you can't buy. I don't know why artists make art, but I'm glad they do.
What do you want people to know about your upcoming album?
Because this album doesn't actually exist. It is a dream, or a nightmare, I guess. I guess nightmare is probably a better way to put it. Really, it's a vision that I have that I am not able to execute currently. I have all of the pieces. I just don't have the glue. And like I said before, maybe if there was like a nice buff body on my album cover, or a big fat juicy dick, or some tits, maybe I'd have the glue to put it together. But no, there's a monster on the cover. And really, I don't see any difference between a monster and a cock. That's all. With what? My music? I mean, when I'm making music, I see it visually. Each sound is a part of the picture. But I'm seeing the whole image all at once. And it's overwhelming because I'm trying to put as many pieces down from the image as possible, but there's too many to actually do so. So in a way, I can never actually tell the full story because there's just not enough time. But I do my best. I would say the result is abstract because of that. but in a way that allows people to fill in the blanks with maybe something that correlates to their picture. I'm hoping to get to a point soon where I can match what I see with what I'm making for people to listen to as best as they can. But in order to do so, I feel like I must step outside of myself. I must relinquish my body as the vehicle for this concept. I have to retire this body from that concept. And that's been a hard divorce settlement to figure out. Because none of us got lawyers over here.
Where did VAINHEIN come from?
Well, I'm not quite sure how to answer that question. But I could probably draw it back to the first time that a human being became aware of their own image. Quite like a narcissist. I imagine, though, how it happened. They were just walking along, possibly hunting for food, probably just looking for a place to take a shit. And then they stumbled upon it. A natural mirror. Quite like this. A puddle. Something reflective. And they looked into it. They had looked into it many times before, but there was something different about this gaze. They became aware of their reflection. It became their new obsession. How others saw them. Was it similar to the way that they saw themselves? No. It was inherently different. For they saw the inverse of themselves. And only know themselves from their insides. Nobody else would ever know what they were really like on the inside. Yeah, well, originally, the name VAINHEIN was supposed to be more of a concept and less of a person, less of a body, more of a mind, or a spirit. I'd say mind. But my body became the vehicle for this concept, this mind. People began to see it all as one thing, see me as one thing. Not my body separate from the mind, but one entire unit. And people started calling me by Vain, which is not my name. And to be constantly met with your own vanity by name every day, multiple times a day, it made me reflect on my own vanity. And it was scary. It was like the picture hitting me all at once. The entire idea of vanity hit me. That's a very large idea. And now, I'm taking these moments to dissect it. And what it means. And by the time I figure out what it means, it might be too late. Who knows? But I will continue to reflect. Because we are all mirrors. Yeah. By exploring my own vanity. We all have vanity. But by exploring my own, in the context of my own life. Maybe I can learn more about other people's vanity. And why it's driving us to do what we're doing. Why we're living the way we're living. Obsessed with our own images. Constantly trying to portray ourselves a certain way. It's both freedom and it's both prison. To be able to express yourself constantly, every second, be it good or bad, be it genuine or posed, or stuck behind it, or stuck behind this image.
Like if you had a message for little baby VAINHEIN.
I guess if I could tell the child version of myself something, it wouldn't be something entirely happy, but more of tough love, which I wish I had more of as a child. You know, someone to tell me that things aren't always good, and just to be prepared for them, instead of going my whole life naive, thinking that everything was good, and accepting demons into my life, letting them walk through my front door. I feel like we all have them inside of us. And sometimes, because we are not aware of them, they take over ourselves. And we become something different. And sometimes, in those states, we hurt people. Not because we want to, but because we have no control. When we become aware of our demons, we can healthily and safely monitor them and do things to keep them at bay. I don't know what these things are, but we all have our own ways, our own tools, our own weapons, our own words, our own rituals. But they're not foolproof. We fail all the time. But it's okay to fail. I would just tell myself, love is your only weapon. So treat everything with love. Yeah. Treat everything with love.